Why is Summit in business? Okay? It's not, I'm just going to get the elephant out of the room. It's not to make profit. We are a for-profit organization. It does require profit for us to do business, and I'm going to tell you and show you why profit is important, but it's not why Summit is in business. Summit is in business for people. You've heard me make comments before, whether it was in a general orientation or one-on-one. There's a lot of ways for people to do business that doesn't require 80 people to do it. We want to build a platform where we can hire people and have them join the journey that we're on. We want to provide opportunities for our employees to excel, to make a good living, to be able to raise and take care of families. Like, that's part of the joy that we get about being Summit, is you. I want to start to show you how our behavior and the way that we act and do process contributes to ultimately our why. Let's just, for the sake of clarity, to get us all on the same page, let's identify who Summit's customers are when I use that term. Okay, obviously I'm talking about our client, okay? The people that we go into a work authorized agreement with and we're doing business for them. Right? The reason we talk about an elite level of service is because I care about our client. If they're going to hire us, I want us to do the best for them. I want them to understand that we're there to protect them and take care of them, to respect them and honor them in a moment that is not ideal, right? That's our why for our customer, is we want our company to go in, build rapport, and take amazing care of them. Because the opportunity that we have is to go share a life experience with somebody who's not in a good place. And we have the assets, the skills, and the people to come into that moment and provide hope. Our other client, right, are our referral partners, whether they be insurance agents, adjusters, property managers, okay? If our why is people, we want to do an amazing job as Summit representing their client or their referral to honor and respect that person, that referral partner, right? Does that make sense? Okay? When we talk about things like, if an agent gives us a referral and we know they're a solid, proactive agent, we want to bring that up in front of the client, right? We want to do that because we want to honor and respect the decision that that individual made in order to protect their client. Does that make sense? We don't need to beat it to death. But the point is our behavior is about ensuring that our referral partner understands they are important to us. It's them. It's their relationship that we care about. Our other customer is the owner of the organization. They're our customer, okay? Brian and Angie are my #1 customer. As employees and stewards of this organization, the why, for one of our whys in our relationship, is doing great business for the owners of this organization. They expect it, they require it, and they're owed that, right? Okay? Does that make sense? Are you following me with who our customers are and how they follow in or fall into the why? Our community members, okay? Community members, this is a pretty big category, okay? Where do we do business? Bend, Redmond, okay? Here in Salem, Portland, Eugene, all over the state of Oregon, those communities where we go in with our brand, on a vehicle, on our chest, and we are representing our business in that community. We want to ensure the why behind that for us is that we want to be a value-added contributor to the places that we do business in. The material vendors that we do business with, I want to treat them in a respectful, professional manner. I want them to know that they have value to us. I want to provide a value to them. I know Lowe's and Home Depots, even as a loose example, are big, massive box stores. But you know what? When we walk into that place of business and we walk up to a pro desk, I want when people see us to go, we love doing business with Summit. They bring value to this community. If you want to do business, you should go get with somebody at Summit. I want us to bring value to them. I want them to see our team act and respond in such a way that they come in. I'd like to have one of the technicians from Summit come over to my place of business and meet with my technicians and talk about Summit's culture and talk about what drives them. That's the why that we're in business. You guys, I can't tell you how proud I am of the fact that there are subs that we do business with that were half the size, a third of the size, you name it. And since they've started working with us and we provide a professional relationship with them and value, we honor them and respect them and we're loyal to their book of business, they've grown their companies. That's awesome. That's the why. That's why we exist. We don't exist to take advantage of our subs, to bully them, to act as if they owe us something. Okay? We want to do good, professional business. Do we want to ask a lot of them and expect a lot of them? You bet. Because that grows them, right? But in return, they should be able to expect and ask a lot of us. In my book, guys, this is the most important part of my business. This is why I wake up in the morning. Because I have to see Kelly doing this. We value you. I value you. You guys, to me, are the most important part of our business. And I know it doesn't always feel awesome, right? We challenge each other. We go through frustration. We go through moments of angst, right? We laugh, we cry, we do business. But for Summit, our why is you. Why we take the time to walk through challenges and work through hard stuff together. And we say things like, we got to understand Brene Brown's idea of the story in my head. The reason when people come to me with a frustration or a concern and I point them right back to the individual that they may be having a concern with and say, please go talk to them head on head. The reason I say that stuff, the reason that we do it is because we value you. We value the relationships that you have with one another, the relationships you have with us, and we're learning how to do business well together. We're not perfect, but I want you to hear from me that you are the why behind our business, not the money. The money is a requirement to do business and pay you, but it's not why we're in business. Do you hear me? I want to put some traction to this. I want to put some legs to it. Okay? When we look at the 4 P's and we say, part of my why is providing value and building up my clients and my referral partners, what does the 4 P's tell us to do? What do they tell us to do, guys?
Protect.
Protect them. Uh-oh, did I? Well, that's because we gotta protect that. We're gonna come back to that. Okay? We gotta protect that. We do, and I'm gonna dive into that part at the end. That's not why I did that, though. Protect the referral relationship. Protect the client. Protect the team. Is there anything about protecting the client, protecting the referral source, protecting Summit's brand, protecting the team? Is there anything about that that deviates from Summit's why? Right? That's our behavior. Those are the actions that we're going to live out in order to support why Summit's in business. The reason those are so important, you guys, is because there is a core reason behind why we're doing them. It's not just a title. It's not because I want Summit's brand to be cool. It's because I want it to be respected, because the why it's in business is to grow and help people. This team and reputation, let's think about that. One of our clients is the owners of the organization, correct? Okay? You guys. So let's just think what protect the team means, right? It's the way that we communicate, it's the way that we inform one another, it's the way that we pass on information from team to team, right? Our reputation, how we conduct business. Don't you feel better about working for a company that when you put the shirt on, people don't go, ooh, you work for them? These are actions, these are behaviors, these are decision-making parameters so that we can live out Summit's why, which is our people, okay? This last piece is protect the profits. And this is At the team level, many of you, especially PCs and team managers, are hearing this discussion at length. I think sometimes when we start to have discussions about profits, all of a sudden the business becomes very cold-hearted, and it's hard for us to relate that maybe profit has nothing to do with just cold-bloodedness, right? But maybe it has a whole lot to do with fueling a why. Profit supports a lot of things. So I just want to walk through some of the things that profit supports and how it relates to our why, so that you guys understand why we need to make a profit as a business. When I think about my clients, okay, or our clients, okay, and our communities, let's just start there. Let's start with clients. The more profitable our business is, the more productive and efficient our business is, the better equipment, the better the training, the better the technology that we deploy to our people. Who does that benefit? For us to advance in how Summit provides services, it's going to require profit that we can turn into those items to make us better, right? Which protects our clients, which protects our referral sources, okay? Additional training that we put teams through. You guys know, some of you in fall, we're going to start leadership training, soft skills leadership training in-house. That takes money and time to develop. It requires profit. Someday we have the hope of taking that, now we're moving into our community, we have a hope of taking some of those soft skills leadership training and saying, hey, what if Summit provided those training to our fellow businesses that operate in the communities that we do business in? Even if they have nothing to do with our industry. What if we just said, hey, John Smith Agency, we'd love to teach your people how to better communicate with one another, how to have tough conversations, how to flex to somebody else's social style so that what they say to one another is the right stuff. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be a positive impact on our community? Profits generate the opportunity for us to pay for volunteer hours. What if 80 employees had a specific pool of hours that they got paid for, that they could go and donate their time to anything that they wanted to, philanthropy, thank you, in town. Okay, food banks, right? Union Gospel, I mean, you name it. There's a billion places for you that excite you, that you want to believe in and participate and support in. And as a company, I would like to know that my people are engaged in affairs and things in the community that they believe and support. And I'd like to honor you and respect you in that activity. Guess what it takes for me to do that? Profit. You guys. Benefits, higher pay, more PTO options, you name it, right? There's hundreds of different ways that I know you guys have thought about, wondered about, asked about, seen on TV, seen happen at other companies, right? I know that there's no doubt in my mind that you guys are more than capable of thinking of a couple of other things you'd like to have as part of your pay package.
In-house masseuse.
Hey, look at that. Right? We get really creative. I know Peggy's going better breakfast at the ACM. Okay? Profit, guys. The reason we have to be stewards and diligently protect the profit is because that's what it takes in order for me to turn around and honor and respect you for doing that. It takes profit for me to match 401ks. Well, hear me. This is our takeaway from this. I don't want to lose track of this. You guys, we will continue to push on each other to be personally accountable, to manage your time. Guys, the cost component to worksite safety is a number that is absolutely mind-numbing. More importantly, though, is that when I don't have you in the field taking care of my people because we've done something and gotten hurt, I've impacted all my whys. Not only have I lost profitability, which impacts all my whys, but now I've taken my most important asset out of the field, my people. That's why it's important. It's not important because we need something else to do. Peggy is not thinking of lists for us to spend time on because we're bored. She understands that your safety impacts our why. Our auto policies. You guys drive multi-ton death machines into the field all day long, every day, all over the state of Oregon. We have 50-some vehicles that are on the road. You're driving through school zones, neighborhoods, freeways, highways, in front of people's place of business, in traffic, out of traffic, you name it. Summit and our representative is using a giant vehicle and operating all over the state of Oregon. You have a responsibility from a safety perspective, supporting our why, to do it well, to do it diligently, and to be extremely safe. Quality. When our teams go out and set foot on a job and our brand is now on it, you cannot leave a job in less quality than the best quality. Protects our client, right? Protects our referral source when we do that, right? Protects our reputation. We do a good job because of the why. Communication. Why is it important for us to learn how to communicate really well with one another? We got to teach each other to go in and create a safe workplace. How do we do that? Because we trust one another. How do we trust one another? We learn how to communicate with one another. We learn how to tell the stories in our heads. All this stuff that we talk about at a job level, all the things that we try to incorporate into a performance evaluation, let's just make it as simple as possible. We want to do an excellent job because we owe it to the communities, to our clients, and to yourselves. It's the why. It is vital that we evaluate ourselves and that leadership and management and peers evaluate one another to ensure that the team that we are building is supporting the why. Which means, and we've talked about this before, not everyone will make sense to be a part of this team. That's not a bad thing. It still supports our why. If an individual is on our team that doesn't fit this culture, it's not fair to them. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to us either. So we like to recognize our individuals that are going above and beyond. This is not, we won't necessarily have one of these every time we do an ACM because this is not a give me. This is an opportunity for us to recognize team members that just time and time again it feels like they're going above what it requires to be successful, and they're taking care of our team and our clients and our customers in a way that clearly points toward the why, right? That clearly supports why we're doing business. Kathy is one of them, actually specifically from Staten. So Carrie, if you want to.
Sure. So I just wanted to publicly acknowledge Kathy. She's done an amazing job at protecting the profits from a frontline standpoint. And we have gotten absolutely amazing feedback from vendors, subs, suppliers about the level of professionalism that she has on a day-to-day basis working with them.
So for Redmond, it's Melissa. This is kind of a bittersweet because we could probably say it for both locations. Melissa, I hope the sound is good and you can hear us. For most of you, you guys know that Melissa's been on our team for quite some time. She has basically filled the majority of our administrative roles, talked the talk, walked the walk, been super loyal to our team. And then her and her husband literally uprooted everything and took their family and moved to Redmond to start our Redmond branch alongside Darren. That's a big deal. Sorry, I get kind of emotional about those guys. I love them. They're a huge part of our team. They've made sacrifices that are unimaginable and sometimes unmeasurable. And then our dear friend got, as you guys know, the news came out that she got cancer, which is scary in and of itself. There's not too many employees that we have pictures of hooked up to chemotherapy treatment and working for us. So, you got to delete this part. So I just want to say thank you to Melissa and her family for who they are. Elite. I mean, when we talk why, holy shit. I don't, they are the why. Melissa epitomizes the why for me. Okay? We love her very much. And we're thankful for you, Melissa. Sorry. Made me get emotional. Okay. So, yeah. Good thing there's no ego left. Okay. Let's get wrapped up. Sorry about that, guys. You are important to me. Our why is our people. Summit needs to be recognized as an organization that when they do business in your town or your community, you know that they value you, that they value your business, your clients, they value the community members, okay, our subs, our vendors, and we value each other. That is our why. Everything else gives us the capacity to do our why. Feel me? Okay. Go own the day. Thanks, guys.